Born in the smoke of the railways, they walked through the shadows of tragedy and rose to become one of the greatest football powers on earth. This is the story of Manchester United, a club that survived disasters, faced crises, created legends, and conquered the world with grit, passion, and unforgettable football. From Newton Heath to the grand stages of Old Trafford, from the Busby Babes to Ferguson's golden era and today's superstars, you're about to witness every chapter of the saga that turned the Red Devils into a global religion. So sit back, because what you're about to see isn't just football. It's emotion, it's history, it's Manchester United. It all started in 1878, but not with the name you know today. A group of workers from the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Company decided to form a football team. They played for the love of the game. No stadium, no structure, no wages. The Newton Heath Lyre Football Club was born. It was an amateur side built on grit, playing on rough fields, wearing makeshift kits, more heart than technique, more fight than funds, and money, or the lack of it, almost ended the dream. Until 1902, when a local businessman, John Henry Davies, stepped in. A passionate supporter, he saw potential where no one else did. He invested in the club, changed the name, and from that moment, the Manchester United Football Club was born. The Red Era was about to begin, and English football had a new contender. With Ernest Mangnall as manager, the team began to rise. In 1908, United won its first English First Division title. A year later, they lifted the FA Cup, 1909. Red shirts with white shorts became the club's identity, its symbol, its pride. But the glory was short-lived. Wars, economic struggles, and instability hit hard. The next decades were marked by financial troubles and inconsistent performances. The world had just emerged from World War II. Football needed a fresh start. Enter Matt Busby, a name that would redefine Manchester United. In 1945, Busby arrived with a radical idea: build a team using youth players. In an era dominated by veterans, he launched the Busby Babes, talented, fearless young players with pure football instincts, and it worked. United won the league in 1952, 1956, and 1957. They played fast, attacking football. They entertained. They dominated. But everything changed in one tragic moment. On February 6, 1958, the plane carrying the United squad crashed while trying to take off in Munich. 23 people lost their lives, including 8 players. Nearly an entire generation of footballing talent gone. The world mourned. England wept. Football stood still. Some thought it was the end of Manchester United. But Busby, who survived the crash, refused to give up. With his heart shattered but his spirit unbroken, Busby rebuilt the club. He brought in new talent, and soon 3 legends emerged: George Best, the dazzling rebel Dennis Law, the goal machine Bobby Charlton, the survivor. United rose again. League titles in 1965 and 1967, and then came the pinnacle. In 1968, United became the first English club to win the European Cup, now the UEFA Champions League. The red flag was flying high once again, higher than ever before. After Busby's departure, the club struggled to find its rhythm. Managers came and went. Results were unpredictable. And in 1974, the unthinkable happened. United were relegated, but the fans stayed loyal, always. The team won the FA Cup in 1977 and 1983, but it wasn't enough to match rivals like Liverpool, who were dominating English football. United needed a revival, and it would come from Scotland. In 1986, Manchester United appointed a promising Scottish manager, Sir Alex Ferguson. His early years were tough. He nearly got sacked in 1990, but the board had patience, and that decision changed history. 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, 2 UEFA Champions Leagues, 1999-2008, 2 FIFA Club World Cups, 1999-2008. Under Ferguson, United became a dynasty. Beckham, Giggs, Scholes, Keane, Ronaldo, Rooney, legends in red. A winning machine was born. The 1998-99 season is the stuff of legends. Premier League champions, FA Cup winners, UEFA Champions League winners. In the final against Bayern Munich, United trailed until stoppage time. Then, Sheringham and Solskjaer scored 2 goals in seconds. The impossible comeback, a moment that defined an era, pure football magic. When Ferguson retired in 2013, the club entered a storm. Managers came and went. David Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Solskjaer. There were some highs: FA Cup, 2016, League Cup, 2017, Europa League, 2017. But United lacked consistency, and rivals like Manchester City and Liverpool took center stage. The glory days felt far away. In 2022, Dutch manager Erik ten Hag took charge. His mission? Rebuild United's identity, and results soon followed. League Cup victory, 2023, FA Cup final in 2023, lost to City, FA Cup champions in 2024, beating City in a dramatic final. A new generation is rising. Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo, young talents. Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, experienced leaders. Hope is back in Manchester. Manchester United is more than a football club. It's resilience, it's history, it's glory through adversity. From humble railway workers to world champions, from tragedy to triumph, United has survived, overcome, and conquered. Today it remains the most decorated English club in total trophies, one of the most valuable and recognized clubs on earth. And the home of it all, Old Trafford, the iconic stadium known as the Theatre of Dreams because there anything is possible. In 2021, the unthinkable happened. Cristiano Ronaldo returned to Manchester United. The superstar who lit up Old Trafford in the 2000s was back, now as a global icon and serial champion. Expectations were sky high. Alongside names like Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Varane, and Jadon Sancho, United had assembled one of its most talented squads in years. The pitch was full of quality. Cristiano didn't disappoint. He scored crucial goals, carried the team on his back, and proved that, even at 36, he was still a machine. But despite the individual brilliance, the team never truly clicked. Leadership was lacking, the project seemed lost, and the dream turned into frustration. Still, Ronaldo's second spell at United will be remembered as an emotional reunion between a legend and his fans, a love story that never really ended. From the smoke of the railways to the lights of Old Trafford, Manchester United's journey is a story of glory, pain, and unshakable passion. And if you love football stories like this, hit the subscribe button, join our community of fans, and never miss a moment in the history of the beautiful game. This is just the beginning. See you in the next chapter.